Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good night. I guess that's a Truman Show intro. This is going to be a very different video. I kind of want to try to just do this all in one take and just kind of get out my thoughts. Just generally how I'm feeling. I recorded a different video, and I was going to upload it today, which is my birthday, but it didn't really work out. Basically, the plan of that video was to be 5 lessons at 25, and at some point I might still make that video, but something happened. Like, the GoPro kept crashing, of course, and essentially the last half of all the footage, I lost all of my audio, so it's just footage with no audio of my mouth moving. But I think today, I guess I want to talk about maybe some more personal stuff. I'm 25 now, and turning this age kind of, it feels very strange, I think. Being 25, it's like, half of my 20s are over. And there are lots of memes on the internet about, like, your 20s being like you turn 20 and then it's like screaming in pain and everything's awful. And then all of a sudden 30, it's like you wake up. Like, the perception obviously being your 20s are like some of the hardest years of your life. But I think there's like maybe a deeper truth under there, which is that, like, your 20s, you can get really far in your 20s, but for, I think, most people, and like, if you feel different or feel the same, comment below, I guess, your thoughts. I'm really genuinely interested to hear what you have to say, because, all I have is my perspective. But it's the feeling like you're in your 20s, you're behind. I always feel like I'm behind, or like I could always be doing more. And I've really felt this way because, I've done some pretty cool things on YouTube. I've done some really cool things on this channel that I'm really, really proud of. I'm really, really happy with. But there's still this feeling of I should be doing more. And while I know that there is like an upper limit to the amount that I could be doing, I certainly know that I could be doing much more than I am right now. For example, like, I just uploaded the Persona 3 Reload video Persona 3 in real life video last month, and it's doing really well. I'm really, really happy with it. It's bringing a lot of new people to the channel, and it's really, really exciting, honestly. I'm very pleased with the response. There was a really huge roadblock with that one where I got copyright struck by Atlas, and I kind of just have to let it go. I can't make money off the video, which is completely fine, I guess. For the future, I've learned some potential workarounds. I was really blessed and like so appreciative that several other YouTubers and content creators reached out to help me when I posted that I got copyright struck. It's just too bad in the end it couldn't be saved. But, I uploaded that video a month ago, and I made one stream, and then I haven't done anything. And, obviously there are a lot of things happening within my life that have kind of delayed certain things or prevent things from happening. But I'm tired of the roadblocks. Like, I'm tired of the feeling that every time I'm about to get into a groove, that something happens. Something really, like, just knocks me off of whatever, new habit I've built. I think, like, for me, a few days, this is a little bit personal, but a few days before I uploaded the Persona 3 video, sorry, a childhood friend of mine took his own life, and that was kind of the final push that got the video out. Because I thought, like, if I'm not doing it for me, at least I'll do it for him and for the people that watch. And, basically it was like I uploaded that video, I did the stream with all this shit going on in the background. I'm actually, like, this is not normal. I'm actually really good at I think, dealing with things like this, like emotionally. But when it comes to like performing in the midst of all of this and doing things that I know I should be doing, that's kind of been a bit of a learning process. It's been really difficult to motivate myself in certain instances when I know that motivation is not shit. It's all discipline. If you don't have discipline, like if you have motivation, motivation doesn't mean anything. I should have the discipline to be able to still perform and to do the things I want regardless of what's happening around me. But that happened, and like now I'm searching for new apartments in Japan because I haven't mentioned this before, but like about 2.5, 3 months ago, I went through a breakup with my girlfriend. Maybe you've seen her in some other videos on the channel. Like we're still like friends, but needless to say, we moved here to Kansai, which is another thing I wanted to make a video about, and I just didn't have time to. But this whole year has been so chaotic because I quit my job and I'm going back to language school, and I'm really focused on learning Japanese because I really want to stay here. I want to make it my goal. I don't want to be the gaijin, the foreigner who gets stuck working a really shitty job because it's all I could get because I didn't take the time to learn Japanese. And I really realized that last year when I was working that like this is not what I want to do. I need to learn enough Japanese to be able to do what I want to do. And so we ended up moving here, and pretty shortly after we moved, like just some things in our relationship just kind of weren't working out, and we went our separate ways. And we're both in a much better place, I think, now than we were before we met each other. And that's like that's the best part about the whole situation. Basically, we broke up, and then I went back to America for 3 weeks. And it was actually really fun. It was the first time I'd been back to America since I came here at the end of September 2022. And I got to see my dad, my grandparents, my family. And I miss them a lot. I do miss them, but I know that my life is here. And that's why I get so frustrated at myself for not doing the things that I know I should be doing. And in particular with this channel, I think like I have a lot of like plans and backup plans where like, it's not wise to put all your eggs in one basket. My dad shared a book with me called Designing Your Life or something like that. I listened to most of it and it's really good. And he makes the point of like, if you design your life, you should not put all your eggs in one basket. The average person shouldn't, at least. You should have, here's the number one thing I want to do, and then here's the 2 or 3 backup options that I would still be happy with if number 1 or 2 or whatever doesn't work out. And I kind of know what those options are, but number 1 is certainly YouTube. And I want to make really cool content, really cool things for people to watch. And it's just like finding that balance of sustainability versus quality. Like the Persona 3 video, I'm so happy with it, but it's not a sustainable thing, especially if it gets copyright struck. Like that's, 80 plus hours of work potentially just gone, disappeared because Atlas decided arbitrarily that the video is, it violates copyright. And again, I have workarounds for future projects, but that video got too popular, so I was like, it's not worth taking it down. It's better to leave it up and just let it keep, like touching new people throughout YouTube. But yeah, and so I think, obviously this video is kind of dark. I don't want it to seem like I'm depressed or sad, because I'm really not. I'm actually doing really well. I'm like, objectively speaking, my life is incredibly amazing, and I'm so grateful for my family for supporting me and for like everyone in my life who has ever shown any sort of support. So half of these tears, like I would say, the kind of shakiness in my voice and like the feeling I feel right now is somewhere. It's like a melancholic happiness, you could say, like somewhere halfway between sad and happy. like right in the middle. I'm so grateful for everything that I have. But I feel like I'm behind. And I feel like I could be doing more. And I'm gonna do more. This next year, I'm gonna work really hard, and I just feel like if I'm not able to do the things that I want to do, if I don't put the effort in to complete those goals, then not only am I letting down my family and the people who care about me, who have put so much of their own time and interest into me, but I'm letting myself down. You know, coming to Japan was a dream, right? But it's like, I described this to one of my best friends. Smeebs, you know who you are. But, like, it's that feeling of setting up the dream, setting up the foundation, and now it's executing it, you know? And I can execute, it's just, there's always like something that happens. There's always an excuse. There's always something that comes up, and it's exhausting. It's really tiring because, like, a lot of the times it really does feel out of my control, but more frustratingly, the things that are in my control, I get even more, you know, mad at. So, happy birthday to me. 25. Half my 20s are gone. Hopefully next year, around this time, a lot of these feelings have dissipated and have gone down because I've actually done the work to make that a reality. And one last thing, I guess, if any of you guys are feeling the same way, please comment your own experience. I'm really interested in hearing it. Like, genuinely, one of my favorite parts about YouTube is receiving all the comments on the videos and just seeing other people, connecting with other people, and like seeing how you guys respond to things that I create. I think it's like kind of like that weird feeling of I made this and people really like it that much. Like I knew it would do well, but like I didn't think people would have this kind of emotional response. Or at least like I don't know what I even expected in the first place. But comment your experience below, and if you feel a similar way or have felt a similar way in the past or whatever, then, you know, like the video, subscribe if you really want to support the channel, and maybe help get the word out, I guess. Because this is just kind of me spitballing. I'm barely gonna edit this video. This is not a normal Cozy Kotatsu production. I'm gonna go have my my birthday, my 25th day, mostly alone. I'm gonna go see some apartments today. I'll probably record some of that. But otherwise, yeah, this is kind of a lonely quarter of a century, a lonely end to a quarter of a century on this this planet. And again, do not worry about me. I'm okay. Like, this is not the normal me. I'm generally really, really good at handling these emotions. I just felt like making this video was a really good way for me to kind of let it out. And, you know, I don't tend to feel too much shame, I guess, which is why I think I'd be a good YouTuber. No fucking shame. But, yeah. So I'm gonna work really hard this year, and I'm done being behind. And if you feel the same way, then maybe you can join me on this journey and, you know, catch up. So I guess I'll catch up with you guys soon then.